What's up? Brother Brian's here. Coming back at you. Probably gonna lose some more subscribers with this one. Probably gonna lose some more. They come and they go. But man, I don't do this for the subscribers, man. I do this because I enjoy making videos, man. I enjoy making my friends laugh, having a good time. This is what it's about, man. Having a good time. Kind of in a good bipolar mood. So I was like, perfect time. But I've been sick as a dog the past week, man. I've been sick. Last I don't know what day it was. The other day I was working on the house and man, I went to bed and I woke up in the middle of the night, man, and I was soaking wet, man. Fever, just sick. Today's been probably the first day that I've actually felt halfway. I'm still sick. You could probably tell my voice and stuff, man. I've been drinking Sprite. I've been taking Mucinex, Theraflu. Theraflu's wonderful. You heat that water up on the stove and take you some Theraflu. And that Mucinex does a pretty good job too. So, yeah, been sick. Figured I'd make a video. Make you guys a video. So, got a record in the mail. You guys want to see a record? It's Fragile from Vlad. The guy's name's Vlad Shanov. I don't know. Vlad Shanov. From Clara County, California, baby. 95051. You know what I'm saying? Daisy's happy. Just got back from Kentucky. I drove down to Kentucky. I'll tell you about that here in a second. But see what we got here in Clara County, California, man. Bless their hearts. Sent me. I do believe I know what this is. I do believe I know what this is. This is kind of a record that's kind of been elusive. Now you can find them, but I got this for a pretty good price, okay? I wasn't going to go out and spend $60 to $100 on this record here. I was looking for a little better deal. And I couldn't believe it. It was like right before Christmas. It might even have been on Christmas Eve. Then I was sitting there and I said, to buy it now. I said, buy it now. And I said, on eBay, I said, ooh. $30. $30. I was like, let's give it a whirl. So I'm just opening it up here. Got cardboard inside of here. There is no plastic sleeve. What a chintzy. Vlad is a little chintzy on this thing, unless it's hiding in there somewhere else. Yeah, let's see. No, there is no plastic in this here. It looks like an original copy. I don't know. But boy, look at there. Old and in the way. Look at that. Old Jerry Garcia smoking a McCord cob pipe. Oh, Oh yeah, this is an album that I've wanted for some time now. This is the label. It's in this. I don't know if the light will let you see it, but this is some old funky sleeve. It's got an indentation in it right here. It's got a. I don't know if you can see it. I just opened it right here in front of you, but it's got an indentation in it, like it's melted. It needs cleaned. I don't think anybody's cleaned it. It's not in bad shape though. It's not bad. I don't think it. I think he had it listed as a VG. There it is. You can see it. See the indentation right there? See it? But he had it listed as a VG plus. I'm sorry, but that's not a VG plus. Hopefully it plays. It does look like it's got some type of whammo on it though. Jesus. Anyway, it was $30. And that's a bummer. It's a bummer. You guys want to see something? I'll show you guys something. Ooh, look at there, baby. Look at there. It's a KT 88. What is this? What is that? Fellas, I'm gonna have to get me a haircut. I don't know what this are these Tongue Souls? Is these Tongue Soul? Or J. Jones? But these are some El Cheapo tubes. I don't know what they sound like. I went and picked up a couple mono blocks down in Kentucky today. And the guy wasn't very impressed with this individual. But he's had these amps on there. I'll show you the amps. I'll pick it up. It's a heavy amp. It's probably, but it's a Dynaco Mark III. Dynaco Mark III. It's got a note there. I'm gonna have to do some cleaning on it. It's got a green light. It's got a pot right there. Volume pot, a little toggle switch for the on and off. It's pretty fresh. This isn't an old one. I would have rather had an older one. It's got the jacks on it and stuff in the back. It's a pretty clean amp. And more than likely, this is why he was selling it. I don't know how much these things cost. These are probably like $100 or $200 for these KT88s. I think these are about as cheap a tube as you could get. And here's the problem. Okay, here's why I'm kind of bitching. Okay, let me tell you why I'm a little bit bitchy right now. So I go to this guy's house, right? And he's got this thing fucking hooked up. I mean, fucking, Steve Guttenberg would have probably bitch smacked this motherfucker the way he had this shit all hooked up, right? Let me get a toke here and I'll explain the situation a little better. But anyway, he's got this amp. 2 of them, monoblocks. He's got the price right? So I contact the guy and I tell him, I say, I'm interested, man. His price was good, okay? I paid $1,000. $1,000 for 2 Dynaco monoblocks, okay? And they work. So I'm asking the dude, hey, It's like, so you want to, he's got it listed with a preamp and 2 amps for $1,700, right? And he's got this nice preamp. It's a Pass 3 2 preamp, and he's had the thing rebuilt. And I told him, I said, well, I'm just interested in the amps. I said, and I wasn't trying to talk him down. I said, so it's $1,000 for just the amps, right? But I'm not going to drive from Dayton, Ohio to Louisville, Kentucky, which is like 3 hour fucking drive. I'm not going to drive there just to get this guy say, hey, yeah, no. Tell me what you want for these things before I get in the car and start driving, right? So then he goes into this big explanation. This is where I'm going with this. He goes into this, well, I just bought this other amp, and I promised my wife I would sell these for what I have in them, $1,000. So he's giving me this fucking spiel. And then he asked me, he says, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I'm single. Right? So it's like, go there. And this guy kind of gives me the laughy face, the laughy face. I said, okay. So I go to a couple ATMs. They won't give me the damn money. So I had to drive up to the fucking bank, okay, to get the fucking money out of the bank. Because the fucking ATMs won't give me the money. So I go in there to the bank and I'm talking to the clerk, and she's, man, I like your shirt. I said, does it make you feel good? She goes, yeah, it makes you feel good. I said, it's raining out, the weather's shitty. It's nice to see somebody with a nice shirt, nice colorful shirt, fill your heart with some joy. I said, but I told her, I said, I went to 2 ATMs and they wouldn't let me have the money. She was slow, and I didn't rush her. I didn't get mad or anything like that, even though that I was going to fucking Kentucky. And I wanted to get there and get back before dark, She's looking at the computer and looking at. She goes, I don't know why it won't let you have the money. I was like, I don't know either. That's why I'm here. I'm standing in front of you so you can see my face and you can give me my damn money. I said, I'd prefer $100 bills. I don't need a bunch of fucking 20s. Sit there and fucking count all day. So I get the money and I go to Kentucky. It takes me there's a little traffic at Cincinnati. I get there in about 2 hours, 35, 40 minutes, right? Not bad. Not bad. And this guy, he's got to sell the amp to keep his wife happy. So yeah, I go in and I'm figuring, okay, here's the way it usually works. Let me explain to you how it works. With this type of situation, when they're selling their Dynacos, it usually means they've got a Macintosh. The Macintosh entered the building and the Dynacos have to exit. Okay, that's because, what I'm saying? I just expected that. I said, he got some Macintosh. That's what happens. So all you Macintosh haters out there, that's what happens most of the time in this situation. And I just knew I was right. So I get there and I'm beating on this motherfucker's door. Answer the fucking door. 2.5 hour drive. Answer the fucking door. And I could tell that this fucking guy, he was fucking pussy whipped. You could just tell. Now, granted, I will give him this. I'll give him this. He did have some nice stereo gear for having all these kids running around and having a wife running around. He did have some nice stereo gear, okay? I'll give him that. But I could definitely tell this guy was fucking pussy whipped, Right. Okay. So He's supposed to have this preamp, this Pass 3 preamp with these tubes in it that's been rebuilt, right? And I was actually kind of considering purchasing that as well. I was thinking I might buy this. So, walk into this guy's house. In his living room, he's got this stereo system in his living room. He's like, oh, no, no. You know, like, don't look at that. Don't look at my stereo, you know. He goes, the Dynacos are in the basement, right? I'm like, oh, God. Okay, so go down in this fucking basement, right? It's like this fucking man cave from hell, man. You know, it's like, oh my God, you know. This guy's fucking setup was so fucking horrible, man. I just wanted to fucking hang myself, right? So I don't see this Pass 3 preamp. Okay, I want to hear this Pass 3, right? And I asked him, I said, well, where's your fucking Pass 3 preamp? Well, you're not interested in that. And I think what he was actually saying is, I don't want to sell that. I want to keep that. My wife, she might be happy with just this deal. So I took it and hid it so you can't see it, you know. That's what I'm thinking this guy's saying, right? So, no, I didn't even get a look at this Pass 3 preamp, right? He's got the thing hidden upstairs somewhere, he said. So he's got this fucking Marantz 2245 hooked up to these fucking Dynacos, right? And he's got these fucking Altec speakers, okay? He's got these big fucking Altecs in this little ass fucking basement. Little fucking basement, giant Altecs. And on top of that, he's got a fucking big old subwoofer hooked up to this fucking thing, right? So I can't tell what the fuck these Dynacos even sound like, right? I don't know what they sound like. You know, I don't know what they sound like. These fucking horns are just fucking blaring in your fucking face. I don't really care much for the Marantz 2245 sound, and he's got the pins pulled, and he's got it running to the fucking Dynacos. Then you got this fucking bass going, so I don't even know, and that's running off a separate amp. So I just told him, I said, look, man, I said, turn the music off. I said, turn the fucking music off. So he's got his fucking digital fucking thing hooked to it. So he mutes the fucking music. And I said, turn the volume up. And he just kind of looks at me. I said, turn the fucking volume up. I want to hear if these amps are making any noise. That's how you know. So he just kind of turns it up. So I reached down and I just fucking turned it up. And I'm listening. And they're quiet. So it's like, okay. They work and they're fucking quiet. I really don't know what the fuck they sound like. Other than I know they work. So, I'm like, all right, fine, man. I give out the money. I give him the fucking money. Here's $1,000, which ain't bad. $500 each. I wish they were older Dynacos, and I wish they had real fucking tubes in them. I wish they didn't have these fucking JJ fucking things in them. Okay, but that being said, they're clean amps, and they've been capped, and they're nice looking amps. These can be fixed. So I give him the fucking money. Right? I'm getting the fuck out of here. It was funny because he has this fucking man cave. Okay, let me explain something to you before we get out of the basement. Okay, he's got this fucking man cave in this basement. The ceiling is about this fucking high. Okay, it's about this fucking high above my head. Okay, it's a basement. The ceiling's about this fucking high above my head. He's got a fucking chandelier, okay? He's got it kind of blinged out, trying to like a man cave thing. So he's got this fucking chandelier. And the chandelier is fucking like right in the middle. Right in the middle of the speaker. So I'm trying to listen to this fucking thing. Right? I hit my head on this motherfucker, right? This chandelier. And it's got all these fucking dangly shit. My fucking hair gets tangled in this fucking chandelier. And I'm fucking like tangled up in this fucking chandelier, right? So I'm getting fucking mad. I'm fucking swatting this fucking guy's chandelier, right? I'm fucking like this. This fucking guy's looking at me like, you're gonna break my fucking chandelier, you know? My fucking hair's caught in this motherfucker's chandelier. Oh. So, I thought that was kind of funny that my fucking hair gets stuck in his chandeliers, you know? And horrible fucking setup. I mean, you can just, I was like, wow, man, this is fucking wretched. The sound wasn't even that fucking good. You know, I'll get a listen to them. I'll get a listen to them in my own fucking setup. But I'm sure they're fine. Probably better than fucking way he had it hooked up anyway. Oh, and the reason why he's selling this, it wasn't a Macintosh. He got an Acoustic Research tube amp, which is basically the same thing as a Macintosh. Okay, the same type of time period and quality and sound. It's just different manufacturer, American made, good shit. So that's why he's selling this. This is why he's selling this, because I'd say he's probably never optimized the sound quality of the beautiful Dynaco transformers with these fucking shitty ass tubes, which I'm gonna take care of these. I'll buy me $1,000 set of fucking kick ass tubes to slap in this motherfucker. If I don't like it, it will do that. You know, we'll go on that way. So here's another funny thing, right? You hear something funny. It's like, so I gave it to Buddy. He unhooks one of the fucking amps. And I grabbed the fucking amp and I said, hey, I'll meet you out by my car, right? Because he's going to grab the other amp and carry it out, right? I'm not carrying them both out. It's like, I'll meet you by my car. So anyway, okay, I'm walking up the stairs to his basement, trying not to bang my head on the fucking ceiling. And I come out of the basement. Lo and behold, there's this old lady doing the dishes. You know, like she's really doing the dishes, right? And she's looking over, and I'm coming out the door, and I got the fucking amp, and she's looking over at me. And I just looked at her, and I said, you got a good old man. I said, he's selling me his gear. Man, she just lost it, man. She started fucking laughing. Her mouth was open wide. She was just cackling and laughing. She just thought it was fucking hilarious. And I'm walking out with this guy's fucking amp. And he's right behind me, right? And I turn around and I just fucking look at him, man. And if looks could kill, I'd have been a dead motherfucker, man. Because we was laughing at him carrying the fucking amps out. He didn't want to sell these amps, I'm pretty sure. But he didn't have much of a choice either. So anyway, I've kind of always wanted the Mark IIIs. You know, I've always looked at the ST70s, okay? The Dynaco ST70s. And they're nice amps. You always see them modded and different things, and I'm sure they sound fantastic, you know. I'm sure they sound fine. But I wanted to get geared more towards the KT88s with the mono blocks. These are 60 watt amps each. So I kind of want to compare the Dynaco that I already have, which is 60 watts per channel, the ST120 with the Sansui boards. I would like to compare that with this. So I think that would be a fun comparison. Maybe I'll do a video in the future. I'll get them, you know, listen to them and review. I'm sure that these sound better than that. Okay. I hope that these would. I would really hope that these sound a lot better, but I don't know. We'll see. I know that my ST120 is not your typical Dynaco. It's an exceptional Dynaco and it sounds fabulous. So anyway, Christmas is over. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. New Year's is here, coming up on us. We got fucking bugs flying around at just the end of December. 60 degrees outside. But I got a new amp. I got some new fucking stupid shit to fucking play with, you know? So I think I did pretty good. $1,000. You know, and I know. Let's just say I don't like these, or for some reason I don't, you know, it's an investment. I could probably turn around and sell these and get my money back very easily. So it's just an investment. If I like them or I don't like them, or I use them for a year or two and then I turn around and sell them, either way, it's a fucking win-win for me. It's just an investment. Not, it ain't the end of the fucking world. So that's all I got for you, fellas. Brother Brian's out of here.